Hi, my name is Khalil Brown. I'm a philosophy major and minor in legal studies. I'm a rising junior. I talk more about it in a few. Um, I grew up in Harlem, New York. Um, Grew up, raised there. Loved it. My whole family's over there, so I love being around Harlem. I love living. Right now, I'm currently in Harlem. I grew up in Sugar Hill and Hamilton Heights, and those few areas. Now I'm in Manhattanville, and also sometimes I go to Baychester, New York, because that's in the Bronx. Um, I went to an engineering, computing, and environment high school, ACI2 for shorts. Uh, the two is two of them. So our first one is on 149th in Grand Concourse. Our second one is 169 in Grand Concourse. I went to the second one. Uh, I chose that high school because my dad was a construction worker and I love the code. So my dad felt that it was the best fit for me. Especially I love coding. I love breaking down computers, technology. That's just me. I do it for the hobby. Um, I chose Oriental because it was a second chance of finding freedom. It was a second chance of learning who I was outside of providing for my family. It was a second chance to grow, to understand this is what I want to do in life. This is what I want to see. This is who I want to be around, friend wise, relationship wise, all around the world. I came to Oneonta in August 2024. Um, it was actually a week before the school actually started. School year started. That actually came in. So I never got a tour of Oneonta. I never like seen Oneonta. That was my first time, but I heard good things. I was like, okay, and I knew somebody who was going there, so I actually went there. I was supposed to actually be a Temple University student and a business administration. I'm so sorry for stuttering. A business administration major that fell through due to financial reasons. My major is philosophy again. I said it before. I chose philosophy because I love to analyze, I love to think, I love to help others understand why they're doing what they're doing. I love to learn. I love to understand the why, the context. And with philosophy, it pushes you to understand who you are. It pushes you to understand how you're going to get there. And it requires, it's a requirement that you do not settle for the first answer. You settle for the last answer. And that could be 100 answers before you get the answer that you need to get. And you keep asking, you keep evolving. And I love that because philosophy, you have to keep evolving your mind. You can't stick to just one mindset. You have to be unbiased in a lot of things to be a fair philosopher. My minor, I want to be an entertainment lawyer, so working with celebrities, like basketball players, so, rappers, incoming artists, making sure that they have their rights and they have their masters and they have their royalties. So being able to do that, so I want to be an entertainment lawyer. I am a rising junior. I'm actually graduating a semester early. Yay! I actually didn't want to do that, but the door opened up. I think that using that opportunity, I could find what is my calling in life. And yes, being an entertainment lawyer, I'm able to help others, but I know that there's something bigger out there, and I want to explore that, especially in different continents of the world. So I'm gonna be a rising junior. I graduated in 3 semesters, so go me, go Dragon. What careers have I been into? Entertainment lawyer, as I mentioned, but also working as a nonprofit, working with the youth to bridge the gap between employers and mentorship, and being able to provide the youth opportunities to build their resume, but also build the experience, real life experience, outside of what they're going through at home or at school. So being able to connect with them and being able to learn their story and how I can help them is it's so incredible. And I also, outside of being a mentor, a teacher. I think I'll go back to teaching again. I've been in a classroom setting for the last 6 years. Going to 6 years? Yeah, going to 6 years. I'm able to understand who I am, why I teach, and how I could adapt. The key word adapt because you each kid is different. Working with 30 kids in 4 hours or like 5 or 6 or 8 or 10, you have to adapt around you, especially management, admissions, all that. So working with kids is what I like about teaching. So that's those are the few careers I've been into the last few maybe been into it for the last few years, looking into those. Um, In 10 years, I see myself uh, have a GD with my name, so Julius Documents, being an entertainment lawyer, having my nonprofit running, but also having my kids, a spouse, and living in this house that is fits me and my partner's careers. But just being able to come back home to Harlem and come back to my organization, the Brotherhood Sister Soul, being their board member, but also being honored in different ways, in different like being honored in different opportunities to provide back to the youth and be able to provide back to the community members that helped me and pour into my cup. I think that's important, staying humble. And that's where I see myself in 10 years, being humble, but also being able to show that if if I could do it, you could too. And I think that's the key. So that's where I see myself in 10 years. Uh, why did I choose this class? I chose this class because I feel like when in this class, I'm learning something new. I never thought I would be learning about urban diameters. So being able to learn who I am and where it come from is very incredible, but also learning the history and the context of everything. I'm a big history nerd, so I love about learning about history, pop culture, or just regular history. Like I can tell you a fun fact right now. I want to do that on a special interview, not yet. Come back and ask for more. But I feel like this class would teach me a lot that I didn't think I would be able to learn, especially going to a charter school public. Going from a public to charter, we don't really learn a lot of history. We don't learn a lot of Black history, so being able to do that is very incredible. What brings me joy? I feel like what brings me joy daily is just being myself, being around people who uplift me, being able to see who I am, being able to understand that I'm loved. That brings me joy. Being know that I'm loved, I'm seen, I'm heard, writing poetry, uh, just helping others. That brings me joy. If I made an impact on somebody's day, I would it. And just also being connected with myself and listening to music brings me joy. And I think it's important because we lose the art of humanity. We lose the art of understanding who we are, especially in music or like just helping each other, teaching each other. I believe that you're here to teach something, good or bad. Is what you do with that lesson and how you reapply it to your life. That becomes your outcome and the results of that lesson. So yeah, that's just me. Thank you so much.